She's not what you'd expect. She's tough and feisty, but gentle and tender. She makes millions and gives millions to the poor. She cries, she laughs, she teaches, she comforts. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson. Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. Hey, are you starting to feel like maybe you've been feeling it for the last month? Stressmas instead of Christmas? Is that what's going on inside of you? Man, lots of people are right now. And I just want to encourage you today. You don't have to be in that. I want you to be aware of your surroundings. Listen, the Dani Johnson Show is all about your success and you defining success for you. That you're not going to live somebody else's dream of success, but that you're going to walk yours out. And if you don't define it for you, you're going to get sucked into so much pressure. And not only are you, but so are your kids. Check this out. It's very interesting. According to the New York Post, over half of Americans struggle to slow down and enjoy the holidays, meaning they're go, 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 go. They're going so far, so fast, so much going on that they're actually not being able to enjoy what it is that they're working so hard to create. That number jumps to over 60% for the moms. Isn't that crazy? 41% of Americans are guilty of working too hard to achieve the perfect Christmas. Where did this entire concept and idea come from of having the perfect Christmas? To be quite honest with you, I would have to say that I would be thoroughly judged as being the worst and having the worst Christmas completely. I am so glad I didn't know that there was a perfect Christmas. A perfect Christmas to me could be very different than the perfect Christmas to you. And the thing I want to challenge you on, my friend, because we care about you, we care about your heart, we care about your family, we care about your finances, we care about your future, we care about your career, we care about you leaving a legacy that is bigger than the legacy that most people are leaving on the planet. A better one that actually fits your values, one that actually goes along with what is actually important to you. So is stress during the holidays the legacy that you're leaving behind? Something to ask yourself. And where did this idea of the perfect Christmas come from? Who put that on you? What kind of judgment are you fearing you might get if you don't produce the perfect Christmas? I want you to question that. I want you to ask yourself the question, where did the idea come from? Whose dream am I living? Whose life are you living your mom's? Did your mom put that pressure on you? That this is the way it's supposed to be, and if you don't, then the Joneses are going to judge you? Who cares? Who cares? The Joneses are broke. The Joneses are going into debt for this holiday season. The Joneses are fighting through this holiday. They're fighting with each other. They're not even having sex. They're not even having fun. They just act like they are when they're around you. That's a facade. No, thank you. Why would you want to be them? And why would you ever want to impress them? No, thanks. StressFreeHoliday.com reports that kids pick up on the stress their parents feel. Come on, we know that. You know that. You know that your kids picked up on your stress. And it can lead to behavioral issues. Oh, that's exactly what you need during the holidays, right? Is you need behavioral issues like clinginess, like they're constantly crying for your attention. They're constantly crying for you to hold them. Why? Because they can feel the stress. They can feel the anxiety. So now what you're doing between all of your stress and your pressure of trying to have the perfect Christmas and trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to add all this extra work to your plate so that you can fit in with your family and fit in with society. And now here you have a child who is now getting more clingy, or they actually have a physical illness to try to get your attention, or they have increased anxiety. Is that the legacy you want to leave for your kids? That they're feeling neglected? That they're feeling like you're totally distracted? That they're feeling they got to fight for your attention even if it's making themselves sick, and even if that's a subconscious thing? Most people feel pressure to live up to expectations around the holidays, and that includes expectations of their kids and their kids' behavior. It's important to understand why you are doing what you're doing and how it is affecting your kids, how it's affecting your marriage. Do you find that during holidays and during busy seasons like this, do you find that you and your spouse are actually drifting apart from each other? Do you find that you even feel like you're drifting apart from your kids? It's almost like you can't feel them. You might be sleeping in the same bed, but you're going to bed so exhausted because of all of the hype and all of the pressure of the holidays. And so it's like not fun. And so it's like you drop at the end of the day in the month of December. It's like, oh, I'm exhausted, right? So do you find that you are starting to drift? Your heart is starting to drift. Your emotions are starting to drift away from each other because of what? The outside pressure of the holidays. I used to feel that. And if you've been watching the show every day this month, you know that I'm not feeling that right now. And why am I not feeling that right now? Because we've opted out. That's why. Because we have opted out. We opted out 2 decades ago. And I ain't ever going back. Even as my kids have become adults, and as some of them have gotten married, and some of their families, that they've married into have the big Christmas tree every year, and they've got the big tradition and all of that stuff, I just bless them. And sometimes every once in a while they go, Mom, are you going to put up lights? Nope. Because they've now gone over to other people's houses and they've experienced it and they're like, no, Mom's not going to do that. If you guys would like to set them up and you would like to come take them down on the day after Christmas, you're more than welcome. And if you would like to pay the electric bill while the lights are up, you are more than welcome. Absolutely. No problem. Yeah, and if you want to do the whole gift thing, you guys go right ahead. You don't have to worry about me. And I have to tell you that when I've watched some of my kids buy their in-laws gifts, there's a little bit of a sting. There was that one year, and I'm like, hold on a second. They know that we don't do that, and why should it sting? Maybe one of my sons or my daughter is buying something for their in-law, and they don't buy something for their parents. Yeah, I could get my heart torn up in a knot a little bit about that. But at the same time, I think my heart would be torn up in a knot and feel kind of obligated to give them something. Not that I don't like buying my kids things, but I don't want it out of obligation, right? So listen, your children can feel the stress and the pressure that is on you right now. So here's what you can do. Take a deep breath. I want you to sit down with them. Come on. If your task list has tripled in the month of December, that means that time is being taken away from your children and your spouse, which means that the family is under more stress and pressure and feeling less loved and more neglected during a time that's supposed to all be about family. Right? Come on. I want you to live your success journey for yourself. So maybe it is that tonight, maybe it might be time to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I've allowed all of the stress and the pressure of this time of year and all the obligations to fill my time. But you are a higher priority. You matter more to me. You are more important. And I've kind of lost sight. And my eyes have gotten more focused on tasks instead of you. And I'm really sorry. Will you forgive me? Tonight, get with your spouse. Have that conversation. And if you're on the other end of it, that perhaps it is your spouse that's going crazy during this time of year, maybe you sit down and you say, man, I really appreciate how important this holiday season is to you. But I want you to know you are more important to me than all of the holiday season. So I would just love it that if we could just have some time where we just don't talk about any of the holiday stuff, where we just get to enjoy each other. Because right now I'm kind of missing you. I'm missing you. All of these extra tasks, and I can see your major commitment to try to produce the perfect holiday. I just want you to know that who you are is perfect to me, and producing a perfect holiday doesn't make you any better to me. I love who you are. I love what you do. And I would just love to be with you. Draw your spouse in to a conversation to where you're not going to lose intimacy during this time of year. It really blows my mind with the month of December, how it wreaks havoc on families and they don't even realize it. Everyone's just like out there running underneath this facade. It's all great. It's all wonderful. It's all perfect. Yeah, there's some fun that you can have. You don't have to fall into obligation to have fun. You can have fun. You can build memories without taking a financial hit. You can build memories and have fun without taking a pressure hit, an obligation hit. You can choose which part of this season that you want to have. So if you've found yourself that today you're getting convicted, like, oh gosh, my kids are a little more clingy, and oh yeah, there has been a few stuffy noses, and dang, he has had some increased anxiety, and I do feel far apart from my spouse right now. If you have found yourself there, then you need to do the right thing, and that is to make it right. You need to own it, that you got sucked under the peer pressure of the holiday. You need to own it, that perhaps you might have neglected the hearts of the people you're doing this for. Don't defend yourself. Just own it, say I'm sorry, and just make a choice this weekend to spend some little bit of extra time kind of ignoring all of the tasks and just having some killer cuddle time with your spouse and your kids. Maybe play hide and seek. Yeah, maybe play some games. Maybe have a pajama day. Yeah, do that. Have a pajama day where you just chillax and you just enjoy each other. Because if this is supposed to be about relationships, this holiday is supposed to be about that, if that's what it is, well, then make it about that. Don't make it about gifts and decorations and pressure and all of that nonsense. So that's it for us. Listen, I hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope you have an amazing time with your family. And as we lead into this major week where everything comes to a head, I hope and pray that you choose to remember what is the most important thing, and that is spreading the love of our God to the family members that you have around you. And that love is a gift from the heart. It's not the gift that you unwrap. So I say you unwrap your heart and share your heart for your family. Show them and tell them how much you appreciate them, what you love about them. Give the gift of encouragement of your words. Give the gift of edification of your words to your family. The gift of hugs, the gift of time, the gift of conversation, the gift of listening. These things are so much more important than the gift that costs $5 or $20 or $50 or $500 that someone's going to unwrap and completely lose interest in. So have an awesome one. Take a chill pill and get ready for a crazy week. God bless you. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.